Hey everyone, and welcome to the Ultimate Recap Explainer. Today, we're doing things just a little bit differently. Instead of just absorbing a bunch of new information, we're actually going to actively test your retention of strategic management and corporate governance. Think of this as your final knowledge check. I am so pumped to guide you through this, so grab a mental notepad, get focused, and let's get ready to lock in these core concepts.
All right, let's quickly check out our game board for today. We're running through 4 rapid-fire rounds: governance and SWOT analysis, Porter's competitive strategies, strategy matrices and oceans, and finally, implementation and final review. Let's get right into it.
Round 1. Governance and SWOT analysis. We're kicking things off by tackling the foundational elements.
Okay, first question up. What core principle ensures a board of directors can align executives to make the right business decisions? Is it micromanagement, independence, stock ownership, or tenure? Think back to the lecture specifically on corporate governance for this one. It's a bit tricky, so take a second to lock in your answer.
Got it? The correct answer is independence. Now, this is a really vital concept, and interestingly enough, it's one that actually contradicted some of the automated quiz feedback you might have seen during the course. To put that into perspective, look at this direct quote from the original course material. The instructor explicitly hits the nail on the head here. Independence is the absolute key driver. It's what empowers the board to govern objectively without any messy conflicts of interest, making sure the executives are genuinely steering toward the true health of the business.
Moving right along, let's test your grip on a totally classic framework. Which of the following is not a component of a SWOT analysis?
Take a close look at these 4 options: threats, willingness, strengths, and opportunity. One of these is the odd one out and does not belong in this evaluation matrix. Any guesses?
If you guessed willingness, you are absolutely right. I mean, sure, willingness is a fantastic trait for your team to have in the real world, but it is definitely not a component of this specific strategic model.
Just as a quick refresher, the SWOT analysis is a framework that divides a company's internal capabilities, its strengths and weaknesses, from its external market realities, which are the opportunities and threats. The sheer beauty of this framework is how cleanly it separates the stuff an organization can actually control from the stuff it simply has to react to.
Outstanding job so far. Welcome to Round 2, Porter's Competitive Strategies. Time to step into the arena.
Here's a massive concept for you. What are Porter's 4 generic competitive strategies? This is basically the holy grail for establishing a sustainable competitive advantage. Can you remember the 4 distinct quadrants?
Okay, if you locked in cost leadership, differentiation, focus differentiation, and cost focus, you are totally spot on.
What's absolutely brilliant about this framework is how it forces a company to literally pick a lane. You have to intersect your type of advantage, whether that's being the cheapest or being the most unique, with the scope of your target market. To completely dominate your space, you can't be everything to everyone.
Let's dig a little deeper into Porter's approach. In his competitive rivalry model, what specific action is strategically linked to an increase in rivalry? Is it decreasing supplier power, market expansion, or maybe product differentiation?
It's market expansion. As we saw in the real-world examples from the industry analysis lecture, when a market expands, the scramble for that brand new territory fiercely intensifies the rivalry among existing competitors. It's like throwing a single bone to a pack of wolves.
You guys are flying through this. Round 3, strategy matrices and oceans. Let's see how you handle advanced market dynamics.
So, red and blue oceans. These concepts pretty much define modern strategic thinking, right? But what exactly is the fundamental difference between them?
Well, red ocean strategy focuses on competing in existing, bloodied markets where everyone is fighting for the exact same customers. Blue ocean strategy, on the other hand, is all about creating completely uncontested market space. The genius here is that blue oceans aim to make competition entirely irrelevant. You aren't just fighting for the same fish, you're finding a totally new ocean.
Now, check out this map. It really highlights how comprehensive strategic planning is just a giant, delicate balancing act. You have to weigh external factors, like the economy and the competition, perfectly against internal elements, like your company's culture and structural setup. It's the ultimate puzzle.
And we've made it to Round 4, implementation and final review. This is where strategy leaves the whiteboard and enters the real world.
Here is your final big question. Because, let's be honest, a plan without execution is literally just a wish. So what 5 elements absolutely must be present for strategic implementation to actually succeed?
The answer is people, resources, structure, systems, and culture. You miss even one of these, and the whole thing falls apart. You need the right team, the funding to back them, clear lines of authority, the technology to track it all, and a culture that actually rewards success.
And how do we keep tabs on all of that? The balanced scorecard. It's essentially your ultimate dashboard. By measuring the financial, customer, internal process, and learning and growth perspectives, it guarantees you hit your strategic milestones. It keeps you from getting bogged down in the day-to-day noise so you don't lose sight of the big picture.
Well, we've wrapped up our Knowledge Check Explainer, and you've done an incredible job reviewing these core concepts. But remember, having the blueprint is not the same thing as building the house. You've got the strategic map now, but do you have the discipline to reach the destination? The real test is out there. Are you ready to actually implement these strategies in the real world? Keep analyzing, keep strategizing, and I'll see you next time.